I never thought moving to New York would become the start of the greatest love story of my life. I was 25, fresh out of college in Ohio, and I decided, enough of small towns. I wanted skyscrapers, the roar of taxis, and $5 coffee. My parents cried at the train station while I smiled. It's New York, Mom. Dreams come true here. I found an apartment in an old brick building in the West Village, a tiny studio on the 5th floor with no elevator. The first month was pure survival. Hauling boxes up the stairs, learning not to panic on the subway, and getting used to the fact that the wall between apartments was paper thin. And behind that wall lived he asterisk. At first, I only knew him by sounds. Every morning at 6:47 the shower turned on, then the coffee maker hissed for exactly 2 minutes, then the door creaked and heavy footsteps went down the stairs. Sometimes I'd hear a guitar, quiet, sad melodies that made me want to cry into my pillow. I called him, the guitar guy, and felt embarrassed for eavesdropping. One evening I came home completely broken. I'd spilled coffee on my white blouse during an important meeting, my boss called my presentation cute, and someone stepped on my new sneakers in the subway. I opened the door, dropped my bag, and burst into tears right in the hallway. Then I heard a knock on the wall. 3 times. Silence. And then, a voice. "Hey, neighbor, you okay?" The voice was warm, a little husky. I wiped my tears and shouted back. "Yeah, just a shitty day. Want pizza? I've got half a pepperoni left, and I can't finish it alone." I looked in the mirror. Red eyes, smudged mascara. But pizza sounded like salvation. I opened the door, and there he was. Tall, in a gray t-shirt, dark messy hair, and a smile that turned everything inside me upside down. "Hi, I'm Liam, apartment 5B, Emma, 5A, hi." He handed me the pizza box and a bottle of red wine. We sat on the floor in my empty hallway because I didn't have chairs yet. And we talked until 3 a.m. He was a photographer, moved from Brooklyn after a painful breakup, played guitar when he missed his mom, and hated pepperoni but ordered it because neighbors have to compromise. From that night on, everything changed. We started leaving notes on each other's doors. "Save me, I'm out of coffee, your Amazon package came to me, opening wine at 8. He'd meet me after late shifts when I could barely stand and carry my bags upstairs. I baked him brownies when he spent all day shooting in the freezing cold. We walked the High Line at 2 a.m. and kissed under streetlights while snow fell on our hair. One January evening, the traffic light at 10th Avenue and 14th Street broke, and cars were honking like crazy. We stood there holding hands, and he suddenly said, "You know, I moved here to forget one girl. And instead I found the one who makes me scared to leave even for a day." I laughed and cried at the same time. Because I came to New York alone to prove I could make it on my own. Turns out doing it together is so much better. Right now, as I'm writing this, Liam is sleeping next to me, and outside the window there's the same taxi noise and skyscraper lights. I'm no longer the American girl living alone. I'm the girl who lives next door to him. And damn it, that's the best story that could ever happen to me in this huge, crazy, beautiful city. If you believe love can knock on your wall on the worst day of your life, share your story in the comments. I read every single one. And now I'm going to wake my neighbor with kisses. Because I can. Heart.